Hello and welcome to Game 1 in this best of 3 in the Premier Amateur Community League. Tonight we will have Spicy Thieves versus Team Ember. Getting into the draft here, Spicy Thieves do go ahead and get rid of a whole bunch of super on-meta heroes with the Axe, the Wraith King, and the Vengeful Spirit. Team Ember going a little bit off-meta for the Earth Spirit and the Treant Protector, but sticking to it with the Weaver for their final ban. And immediately, Tiny comes out from Spicy Thieves.
Now he's talking.
Probably going to be an off lane this early. Do you expect Chaos?
Yeah, seems good. All normal pick here.
So Team Ember going to
how do
immediately...
I mute you in game?
It's in the settings in the upper left. You can mute co-broadcasters under audio. But the Elder Titan is going to be the pickup second for Team Ember, or rather first for Team Ember in the in that immediate counter pick. Elder Titan's a hero we haven't seen a whole lot of recently, but I do like the way that he plays against a lot of the heroes in the current meta. Like, a lot of heroes in the current meta like to have long, drawn-out team fights and go for counter initiation and sort of be all together in the thick of things. And getting a big, like, 5-man stomp into an Earth Splitter can be absolutely huge and just, like, game-turning. Not even just fight-turning, but game-turning. And the Zeus comes out for Team Ember as well. So that's probably going to be a 4-position Zeus, given that it was picked so early. Elder Titan could be a 5, could be a 3, do you think?
Do I get mana boots?
It's gonna be a 3. It's so strong right now. I'm kidding, it's gonna be a 4.
So Zeus on the 5 then?
Yeah, no. Probably... It's hard to say. It can be go mid. Just depend.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these two teams play, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, just generally looks like Ember do at least favor the a bit off-meta bans. Maybe they are going for some off-meta picks and plays as well. But Silencer going to be the pickup here for Spicy Thieves, just sticking to what they know works and works well. And Silencer, I think, can be really strong here if he's on top of paying attention to when the Elder Titan is getting ready for his stomp. Because it goes on cooldown immediately, and if he's getting ready for the stomp, probably his team are getting ready for sort of massive initiation on top of that, on top of the Echo Stomp, and getting that silence off can really ruin their day. But
it's really easy against Elder Titan.
And the bans out from Spicy Thief in the second phase are going to be the Centaur and the Clinks. Both heroes that just have ridiculous win rates right now. And if the Tiny is going to go mid, like, that does leave Spicy Thief's options open, because the Clinks is someone who would just absolutely dominate Tiny in the mid lane. And since Spicy Thieves do not have that final pick, they're going to want to start. What were we saying?
I really want to see the bear coming out on
Ursa Bear?
Team... no. Ursa coming out from Team Ember. Because it's just really good against Tiny. If you go the 2-1-2 build, and once you get face boot, he can't do anything, basically. You can trade really well.
Even if there's a Silencer supporting the Tiny in lane?
Silencer is not going with Tiny. There's 0%. There's no way.
So I think it's going to be safe lane support on the Silencer then.
Yeah.
Mirana,
if
interesting.
I see the Silencer go with Tiny, I don't know anymore. Drafting is out of my hand.
So the PL ban, pretty standard from Team Ember. The Kunkka, however, is quite the interesting ban out. Maybe suggests they're looking for a really high mobility mid hero like Storm or maybe a Queen of Pain. Seeing just, I mean, Queen of Pain's super off meta right now, but I still like the hero. But just somebody who doesn't really want to get dragged back. And the Earthshaker out of Spicy Thieves. So a lot of times we'll see the Earthshaker as like a counter pick against the potential Broodmother or the Phantom Lancer. Given that there's already a Mirana and a Zeus in the game for Ember, I don't see the Broodmother so much. And the PL's banned, so what do you think the Earthshaker is like targeted towards here?
Probably nothing. It's probably more comfortable pick right now for Spicy Thief. But the Ember is really good. It's so good this game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of counterplay against an Ember if they do get it, but the Storm Spirit actually pick comes from Spicy Thieves, so they recognize that without Kunkka in the pool, it's a little bit easier to get on that, and it's, you know, almost certainly be one of Zeus or Mirana in the mid lane, you would expect, yeah, unless it's 3 Elder Titan, 4 Zeus, and safe lane Mirana and still leave the mid open, but that seems a little contorted, right?
Yeah. Or it can be a Zeus and Elder Titan offlane, Mirana mid, and waiting for the carry last.
And Mirana versus Storm in lane, like Storm, does Storm win any lanes anymore? But like he doesn't lose hard enough that he can't go back and just jungle it up.
Yeah. Mirana should win that matchup easily.
But the Rubik pick, they are going to have their pick of, or Rubik, whoever plays it, is going to have their pick of spells this game. The Fissure especially would be absolutely huge to grab, but Avalanche is good, Toss is okay, and of course the big ultimates, the Echo and the Global Silence. Lots of opportunity there to turn things around with some big steals, and the Spectre ban from Spicy Thieves. So they're worried about global presence and mobility. They are expecting it to be a tiny in the off lane. And I think that totally makes sense. Getting rid of that Spectre for the late game.
Ember carry. It's so good. I would pick it right now. Like for a Spicy Thief.
Well, I can't pick yet. They got a ban, dude.
Yeah, after the ban.
But presuming it's a safe lane hero yet to come out for Team Ember, what do you think that Spicy Thieves should be banning right now?
Oh, there's who's we have in the pool right now. I mean, TP is okay.
Yeah, TB would complement Team Ember's draft pretty well, but the Earthshaker does kind of prevent... they're going to go ahead and get rid of the TB. Earthshaker does prevent that a little bit. As well as the Storm Spirit is pretty good against Terrorblade, I would say. During most of the game.
Team Ember should pick a Monkey King right now.
Just to drive the Tiny out of lane?
Yeah.
Because it's either Tiny Silencer or Tiny Earthshaker, right? And either way, like, Monkey King will just wreck face.
Because Ursa is not really good against ES, so... I mean, I like both ways. Ursa or Monkey King.
Yeah, either of those could be good here. Spicy Thieves, you still stand by the Ember Spirit in the safe lane?
Yes. It's gonna be a Zeus Elder Titan. What is he gonna do once you hit level 3? That's your... Once you hit level 3 or 4, that's your, like... Not your peak, but that's your power spike. Where you can just kill both of them so easily with +1.
Yeah, that could work out for them. They have plenty of time to figure out what they want to grab. If it wasn't an Ember Spirit, what else makes sense here? They have plenty of global presence. They have plenty of long-range initiation. They really just need some kind of sustain almost. Like, they have Tower Push in the Tiny. They could do to have some more, so maybe alternately they could pick up a Sven, get an early BKB.
Sven is a terrible hero. You can get kited too much. Or Lifestealer is
Lifestealer has like a 40% rate at all levels, though. I definitely don't think this is the game for him.
Or you can go out save lane Quab, which is okay. Which I would have done.
No, you'd have gone Ember. Don't even lie. Animage wouldn't be the worst pickup here. There's not a whole lot to be able to deal with him, and gives him extra mobility. And I do think Animage is coming back. Like, the hero was absolute garbage for a long time, and it would prevent Team Ember from being able to pick it up. And it looks like it's a Drow. Interesting. There's a lot of long range. I mean, not super long range initiation, but there's still a lot of close on Team Ember. Drow is a really risky and greedy pick here. They just want to guarantee that Storm has a better lane against Mirana, I guess?
not the one track this game late because they see that Tiny and Zeus late. They're like, ease. They can't do anything. But no, they don't understand. Once if Tiny and Zeus get level 2, try to lose that lane. And he will lose that lane. Unless they try lane, of course.
Yeah, they could tri lane, but I mean, we've seen a couple of tri lanes that turned up into being 3-on-3s in the last couple games. Definitely some strangeness there, but I certainly would not be sad if tri lanes were back. 2-on-2 meta is probably like
So
my
good.
least favorite.
I love it. It's so nice.
But Team Ember, they probably could still. I mean, they could definitely still get away with the Monkey King if that's the direction they want to go. Ursa, same deal. They have the close, but with the Storm and a Drow, I don't think maybe Ursa makes as much sense.
I also feel like who's a good hero right now?
Alchemist. You think it's a mid Alchemist?
Yeah, it's gonna be
with the safe lane Potom, or maybe a solo safe lane Elder Titan to go for an aggressive try up against Drow, just to kill her over and over.
Probably not, but
all right. Well, we'll have to see who is playing what positions, because I'm not sure on this team who plays where, or either of these teams who plays where. I do think that Spicy Thieves have a lot of, potential to just take this game by, seize this game by the scruff of the neck at like 15, 20 minutes and walk at Team Ember. If they're able to hold down the Alchemist. Holding down Alchemist, though, with the heroes that Spicy Thieves have is going to be really difficult. Like, they don't have very good ganking heroes.
Alright, we gotta see the first minute, the runes first, and then who get the 5-minute runes, who get more 5-minute runes, win from there. It's all about the runes. I always forget, but, I remember in the back of my mind.
Yeah. The Team Ember, though, like, they have a really solid draft for protecting their Alchemist and then just going at it in the mid game once Alch has, if he goes the Radiance Manta Octarine build, which is pretty much all of what we've seen. Like, we've seen some armlets prior to getting the Radiance, but
you go. That's how you go, okay? Aquila, bottle Radiance, and then get and then boots, not the upgraded. You
and
get that
brown
power
boots,
power jets, and then you either go straight for like a Manta style or Blink Dagger. I would go for straight Blink because I want to fight all the time. But that's me.
All right. So let's go ahead and introduce these teams. On the Radiant side, we will have Spicy Thieves. Offlane, we will have the Tiny, picked up by Stim Mate. Cybonic will be playing on the 4-5 position Silencer. Mid lane, picked up by Moggy, playing on the Storm Spirit. In the safe lane, Clammy will be playing on that 4-position Earthshaker, and he'll be joining LDK in the bottom as that farming Drow Ranger. We're going to have the Elder Titan and Zeus offlane for Team Ember. Mafiettes playing on Elder Titan, and Revamp playing on the Zeus. Mid lane, Hex will be playing on the Alchemist. Fading Star on that 5-position Rubik, and Stick will be playing on that safe lane Potom. So, as far as the laning situation,
I don't believe it. It's a Silencer with a Tiny.
I mean, it's something we've seen a lot of. Silencer Tiny was really, really strong until, like, both those heroes got nerfed 3 weeks ago. And it's still a pretty good lane, I would say. Looks like it's probably going to be, I mean, it might be at least three runes going the way of Ember, given how much they're positioning here in the mid lane. Clammy going for a little bit of a stun, but not going to be able to get the rune out of it. And yeah, it is 3-1 in favor of Ember.
You saw that? Get one more in. Gives him some slap, boys. Elder Titan have way stronger attack.
Yeah,
You
especially
see that
with
hammer?
especially with the Astral Spirit, which I think got buffed recently, didn't it? Like the hero buff, it went from 12 to 15 per hero that's inside of the Astral.
Yeah. Also, look how smart he is. He blocked his own camp to get rid of that. That's called good player.
Just to make sure that the Elder Titan couldn't Astral up the creeps.
Yep.
Alright, so looks like a little bit of an early lead in mid lane going towards Magi, forcing Hex out, has his level 2 first, and has a pretty clear lead in CS so far. Hex is just trying to stay up there and get anything out of it. Bottom lane, there is a little bit of action as Mafietz dives under the tower. Gonna have the bolt out onto Clammy. A couple more right clicks, just gonna beat him down with the briefcase. Top lane, we're gonna see a little bit of movement as well. But everyone's going to disengage there pretty quickly.
He just used his salve.
Who's it salve? Was it Mafietz?
He stormed it.
Okay. Yeah, doing really well at holding down the Alchemist, but it is starting to come back a little bit. 5-2 and 4-0 in favor, still in favor of Storm, but Hex is catching back up as he gets that level 2 out and starts, just starts being able to grab those a little bit more
what do you feel like?
Consistently.
I feel like Alex should get a level 2 in Acid Spray before a level 2 in Gree.
I mean, it probably makes sense this game. Like, still you're going to want to be 2-0-3 by the time you start moving back into the jungle, right? So, but in lane, like, being able to get those extra CS early probably is worthwhile. It's really hard to walk up to a Storm, though, because one of the reasons you get the extra level in Acid Spray is to walk at the enemy mid and hit them with the extra minus armor, right?
No, it's against a Storm, you don't want to force him to use his regen. That's all. And he can't really get away from the Acid Spray. Oh.
And it looks like mid lane. Oh, the stop going to be used just to barely keep Ember or Hex alive here in the top lane. Or in the mid lane, rather.
That's so costly.
Yeah, Stick and Fading Star getting chased out. Revamp? Maybe he wants to try to go. But it looks like everyone's just going to back off.
Isn't Rubric on a 30% win, right?
I'm not sure what Rubik's win rate looks like right now. I can certainly take a look. Rubik is, yeah, between 40 and 45% win rate at all between the brackets overall.
Nice.
But in games where he makes sense, like against an Earthshaker and a Tiny, I think that probably is going to be a lot more draft dependent than most heroes because it's a lot dependent on what spells he can and can't steal. But mid lane, pretty convincingly in favor of Magi at this point. Hex having a lot of difficulty keeping up. Looks like he is going to get the stick and bottle flown out here shortly. Just one more CS away from having those available. What's going on in top lane? Actually, what's being brought in the couriers? Aquila? Yes, Aquila, some wards, some regen. Top lane is being really difficult here for Ember.
Ember should not be... Morana should not be sending out those Aquila. He should let his mid laner get his item before sending it out. Because Storm, once he hit level 5, this outlet's gone. Like, he can go right now if he really want to, but you gotta show your dominance in lane against it now. Right? You can't sit back.
So, I did just notice, it looks like actually we had the positions wrong in the bottom lane. Revamp is farming on the Storm in the 3 position, supported by Elder Titan. He's going to have his Arcane Boots here pretty shortly, actually.
Didn't I say? A Zeus offlane? And Elder Titan 4?
You said Elder Titan 4. I don't know if you said Zeus offlane. But that is what happens out, or is coming out here. So that's interesting. I haven't seen a Zeus as a core that wasn't mid in a very long time. Hex getting forced out here by Moggy. Moggy does have to walk through the Acid Spray to get there. One more right click will be enough. Hex is going to go down. He was not able to buy his bottle in time.
What a guy. He knows he got flex on that guy. Flex on that out.
So there's an Echo Stomp coming out in bottom onto LDK. He's just going to get stunned up, but not for long enough to make anything happen, it looks like. And at this point, mid lane is super in favor of Moggy. He's almost level 6, while Alchemist is just barely level 4. And once that 6 comes out, he's going to be able to force the Alch away again, especially if Alch isn't 6 yet at that point. There's going to be a rotation, though. Clammy pinging out that regen rune as he walks past it. Looks like he's going to try for the block. Moggy has just gotten up his level 6. And it looks like he's going to go grab that regen rune before making this gank happen with Clammy.
This hour is gone. I don't see.
Yeah, Earthshaker's been missing for...
Drop.
He does have the raindrop. And Earthshaker's been missing for a while here, so he should be aware that this is at least in the potential. Yeah, it looks like Hex does not want to be far enough forward for anything to really happen here. Definitely be keeping an eye on it, but unlikely to see anything. I would like to see...
Hold up, hold up.
Hmm?
Team Ember just got 4 runes. 4 runes, boys.
Yeah, well done. Giving Alchemist a whole lot of gold there. Fading Star and Cybonic gonna battle it out a little bit here at the top rune, and here's gonna be the potential for the play. He does get blocked on the wrong side of the tower. Hex is walking away. There's gonna be TP in from Rubik. Zip forward from Tim Hortons. Hex has the wand up. Still has a salve as well. Fading Star getting rid of the damage from Tim Hortons, from Moggy rather, using that Fade Bolt. And now Hex says, I'm okay here. I do still have these raindrop charges, and Moggy is out of mana, so just backs up, uses the salve, and does survive that gank. Forces rotation, but Earth Spirit was sitting over behind that tower for quite some time, and we're maybe going to see even more rotations. Looks like Cybonic is headed towards the mid lane as well. Fading Star coming in, does have the Fade Bolt, followed up by a lift, going to pull him back. A couple right clicks will take down Tim Horton or Maggie. However, with the Fairy Fire, he's going to survive for the time being. There's a salve coming out, and now the bottle is filled up. Maggie's going to be able to bottle up easily at this point, especially since Cybonic is in here with the last word. Now there's a TP in from Ember's Elder Titan. Is this going to be any more aggression, or just going to be the 1v1 with some other stuff happening on the sides? Looks like Hex does want to bait Tim Hortons forward. They're going to have the stomp immediately after the lift, and with the Fade Bolt and the Unstable Concoction, that'll be the end of the Storm Spirit. So a lot of rotations committed, but Storm does go down. Moggy losing a fair amount of gold to that, and Fading Star getting the last hit. So he's at 1,000 gold on this Rubik. Hasn't bought his boots yet. Doesn't know what to do as a 5-position support with 1,000 gold.
He wasn't expecting the concussion done from the out. So
yeah, I think he was trying to set it up, and just there was a little bit of lack of communication. Stimmate walking forward, forcing WSS Stick out pretty effectively. I mean, he can't walk forward very often because Stick does have that Starstorm. And at this point, Hex is 6, has just barely managed to get that up, and is going to start ricing the jungle. Doesn't have any stacks for himself, which looks like Mafiet's going to go down in the bottom lane. Doesn't have any stacks for himself on the Alchemist, which is going to hamper his farming a little bit, but it's not going to be too difficult to start farming up here. Stick is going to be forced to leap away after having the Arcane Curse placed on him. Last word is not out in time. Stick, though, coming back in, does have his support up here. Mafiet's on the Elder Titan looking for a stomp play. Gonna sit over in the trees, try to find someone. There's a lot of vision in the area with this dire ward sitting around, but Stimmate has brought up a cell. He's going to be back up at that full 1400 HP. Now Cybonic and Stimmate actually are both going to go into the trees onto Stick. There's going to be the Avalanche out as well as the toss. A couple right clicks from the tree, and the last word comes through. That means there is not going to be an opportunity to finish off that silence. And the final right click from Cybonic is enough after that tree right click to kill off Mafiettes. Looks like Clammy also killing off Fading Star over here in the jungle. There's going to be a zip as well onto the Zeus. Magi getting a lot of work done here in the bottom lane as he rotates in to try to recover some of the... I mean, I would say recover, but honestly, LDK is still third in net worth, or third in CS at least, over the whole game. Once again, another kill going on top lane. Cybonic making that happen up here with the last word, and the Stimmate gets the end of it with the toss, it looks like. But just kills going on around the map. Looks like there's going to be some more aggression here in the bottom lane as well. Mafiettes and Revamp looking for some kind of play here onto LDK and Clammy. Time will tell if they're able to find it. But in the top lane, maybe we're going to see some aggression as well. Fading Star coming up, just Fade Bolting Stimmate to try to make it so that he can't damage the tower quite as much. It does look like Hex is rotating to the area, but probably just going to be looking to farm up some caps. And that is what
he's gonna get that rune secured. He should be farming D's camp right here.
I'm sure he'll go get them.
Right this spot, and then take 2. Bam.
The acid spray will be up again once, just at the stack time. So probably that's what he's gonna use for him.
Oh, nice. Oh, is he gonna do it?
There is a rotation here on the backside from Clammy. Actually, Clammy's just looking for the rune. There's going to be some movement in onto LDK. And Mafiettes going to go for the stomp. Is able to get that. Going to have to move away immediately. Rune comes up. Going to be picked up by Clammy right away. So it's 1 for 1 so far. 2 for 1. Mafiettes going to get 1 of those. 3 for 1 total. Ember's going to get 3 of those runes on their side. Fading Star securing that for his Alchemist there.
Clammy, you could do it just right there. Get enough right.
Therian was really close to going down there. Looks like Clammy's just CPing back home. What's going to happen for Hex up here? Magi has the mana to zip forward if he wants to, but Hex has used his ult now. Cybonic going to throw out that dot, but it's not going to mean a whole lot to Hex at this point, so he just have more than enough regen to tank it up. At least under the effect of his ult. Stick going to get Avalanche tossed here. Oh man, he might die. Nope. He's going to get the leap away. That was a lot of damage though. Stimmate nearly 100 to 0 Stick there. Excuse me. So CS on all fronts entirely in favor of Spicy Thieves. However, Alchemist being Alchemist is still on top of the net worth chart, even though he's 4th in CS overall. It looks like there was a stack happening in the top lane for Alchemist to be able to pick up. So once he has full Grievous Greed, he has a couple of stacks in the jungle for him to be able to move forward and grab. And that should start accelerating his farm into... It looks like he's going to go for the Sacred Relic into Radiance right after his Brown Boots and Aquila. And I think that does make sense this game. Like, they have to get his farm accelerated as much as possible. And damn the consequences.
I mean, they're not punishing him that much, so he can get away with it.
Yep, there's gonna be the stomp into the Mirana arrow as well as the Earth Splitter followed up by the Starstorm. That will be the end of the drow. A couple right clicks from Mafiettes, who has a bonus 36 damage. Hex is probably gonna go down here. Does get the Unstable Concoction off immediately before he dies, but is not enough to save his life there. Meanwhile, top lane, at least the tier 1 goes down, and gonna get a little bit of extra damage on it with this catapult here. Bottom lane, however, it looks like Ember have decided they do want to push in this lane in exchange.
If they stay bot right now, they die. If there are all 3 stay bot, at least 2 of them, Zeus and Mirana, will die if they stay.
Yeah, it does look like Magi's setting up the backside for some rotations, but he is spotted out by this ward over here, so... Arrow comes out, spots out Magi on the backside, and yeah, Ember will retreat to be under tower at this point. Fading Star just getting some XP up here in the top lane. Wants to be able to get that level 6 so he can start stealing some spells out. Hex is a little vulnerable here if Storm chooses to zip on him, but he does have still his ult. Global Silence comes out, gonna be a fight in the bottom lane. Actually, it was just prevention from anything following up the stomp, it looks like. LDK did get stomped there, and the Global is out to prevent any follow-up. Fading Star almost at his level 6, but there are 3 Spicy Thieves here in the jungle here. Hex is going to be able to get his ult off in time, but it's not enough. Toss forward from Stimmate. Clammy is able to get the double stun here. Now Fading Star is going to go down as well. No, he's going to get the lift for the time being. Tim Horton, so he's level 13, just going to zip forward. He is going to run away, though. He has his haste rune and is just going to TP out. Now the Mirana arrow has missed.
The game is over.
It's not over yet.
Hold on. That do you know why I say that? Look at the because Alk died 3 times before 15 minutes. You can't do that as Alk. It's so hard to come back from there on. And instead of committing for a radiance, he went for boots. He took got boots, so there's no way he's gonna get radiance in time.
There's still some stacks available for him to take up. He can still catch up, I think, before all of his buildings are gone. Just needs to have some more heroes behind him.
Sorry, I be so negative. But...
So Stimmate looking for the toss. They are going to get that toss here. Immediately followed with the Echo Slam and the Aftershock, followed by the Fissure. That's going to be the end of Stick. Echo is committed for that, though, so there is a little bit of a window for Ember to turn this around. Looks like Hex is going to be gone on. Can't throw off his concoction just yet. Is forced to wait out that Chemical Rage for the last word, and ends up going down before any of his heroes can get there.
I told that's a Pepe Hands moment right there. It's so sad.
Oh man. Stick is TPing in, trying to get that ward down, but he's immediately going to get gone on here by Tim Horton. Stomp is used. It's going to hit, but there's not any follow-up available with the Mirana arrow missing. Rubik not in the area, but it looks like he is going to be looking for the lift as Tim Hortons walks down the hill. Lift is available. Looks like he tried to get the spell steal instead. This rune is being defended for all it's worth, and it's worth quite a bit so far for Spicy Thieves at this point. Hex is getting up some of these stacks over here, but with the... yeah, this has been spotted out. You can see the Alchemist, the Acid Spray in the shadows, so Spicy Thieves are well aware that Alchemist is sitting here. He is going to just go ahead and back away, though.
16-minute Orchid. Plus.
Global is used. Looks like once again it was a prevention global. Now Cybonic is going to get walked down. Quite a bit of damage out onto him. Stimmate going to be able to kill the Alchemist up in the top lane. Stick comes through. They do get the last hit here onto the Silencer, followed up by the Major Stomp. Stick is going to go for the double Starstorm, able to find that. Earth Splitter committed as well. The Earth Splitter is going to be sufficient to take him down. Mafiet's getting that kill. However, Magi comes in with a DD, zips in past the Zeus, finishes him off, immediately going to be able to turn around on the Mirana as well, getting that Static Remnant with the extra 80 damage onto him. Long zip here, trying to get onto Mafiet's using all of his mana. Looks like it's not quite going to be enough. Oh, and Magi gets stuck on the wrong side, so... However, we are going to see Clammy getting his Blink Dagger here very shortly. Mafiet's forced to run away for the time being, but it's not going to be able to be gone on since there isn't the mana available on Magi to follow up on that. Hex, still working towards that relic. At this point, it's going to be very late and certainly difficult for Ember to come back. No, not impossible. We did see some ridiculous comebacks last night. Or very nearly saw it, at least. With the Orchid finished, looks like Magi is going to... oh, my God. Damn, that bonus damage from the Drow actually is huge there. That was... I did not expect Elder Titan to lose that much HP in one right click, honestly.
He's a pop.
Hex does have the gold rather for his relic at this point, presuming he wants to pick it up. There's no mana on the Storm to zip, and he's on the wrong side of the map. He's actually a fair amount of mana now that he has the clarity. Where is Hex looking for that? Is he going to try to get it in the opponent's secret shop? Is he that greedy right now?
He have to. There's no way he can get it at his own shop.
Mid tower taken down by the Drow push from Spicy Thieves. And it looks like they're going to rotate towards this bottom tower as well. Say, if you're not going to give us any heroes, well, we're just going to take the objectives instead.
What the Drow pick? They wasn't ready.
Yeah, Relic now is finished here for Alchemist. Looks like he wants to try to at least do a little bit to this tower, but he's going to get zipped on by Magi here immediately. Not able to get his ult off because of that Orchid, and he's going to tick to the Soul Burn in the end. He did get his Relic before then, but it's going to be a long, hard fight to come back into this game without having Manta here at 18 minutes. Without even having a Radiance at 18 minutes.
Okay, now I know how to win against our. You just pick a Storm or a Drow lineup, and then you win.
A long zip here forward from Magi going on to Rubik. He is going to take down in the end. Tries to wand up to prevent the Soul Burn from killing him, but not going to matter. He just gets completely and utterly annihilated to the right clicks from Storm right now. And at this point, the top 3 heroes in net worth are all on Ember, with Storm having a 4th, or not Ember, but on Spicy Thieves, with Storm having a 4k gold lead above an Alchemist. Does not feel good to be Team Ember right now. Though, I mean, they still do have a lot more scalability if they are able to take it ultra late, right? Like, they have to hold amazingly well, like 5 or 6 times, but I think they have the team to do it. They
Not
keep the
possible.
waves. They can keep the waves pushed out with the Fade Bolt and the Arc Lightning. They can use the Moonlight Shadow whenever people come up with the high grounds. It could happen. They have a lot of area denial.
Knifeman, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
It's so unlikely to happen that it's even. This is like a better game than last time we cast. Because they're making me happy, ending it quick, you know?
Revamp actually survives there, using his Yules to dodge the damage as Storm zips in. Dota Buff agrees, or Dota Plus agrees with you. Just want to say, it's almost 100% in favor of Spicy Thieves at this point. And certainly it's an uphill climb. F8, I believe, is the default binding. And certainly there is a massive uphill climb for Ember to be able to bring it back. Gold lead at this point, almost 20k. Or net worth, almost 20k. And the XP lead, almost 20k in favor of Spicy Thieves. And it's going to be hard. But holding high ground is, you know, one of the points where Ember's team excel. Here in Echo Slam over here in the side lane. Looks like Stimmate also going to blink forward, get the Avalanche toss onto Mirana, and immediately pop her. The global is used as well, just to ensure that there's no counterplay. But that doesn't mean there's no global or echo for any further high ground push, and they only get the Mirana out of that. So, not as much as really you'd like to look for. Excuse me. Looks like they want to go on a Hex. They're getting ready for a zip as well as a blink. And his ult comes down. Blink, toss, Arcane Curse used, Avalanche used as well, but there's not going to be a zip actually. Hex going to go ahead and burn the Unstable Concoction. Now there's the long zip from Magi to finish him off. And Radiance is finished though. 22 minutes, super late, and you know, it's sad to have to wait that long to get it, but it's here now. If he can get a Manta and an Octarine and keep the lanes pushed out, maybe there's some potential. No, the first tower.
He got the Bloodstone. Alright.
That's a very greedy item. But, I mean,
he
certainly
can't
justifiable. He could die if he fucked up too bad.
That's true. But we're assuming that he's not gonna bow, so...
Nah, never assume they're not gonna throw.
There's no chance, right?
There's, like a 1% chance. It's not locked onto 100 yet.
Yeah, that's always a chance to win.
Always a chance. So now, once more, the high ground defense has to go out. Are the Global and the Echo available yet? Echo is not. Global is not. What I really want to see, actually, right now is for Spicy Thieves to go grab the Aegis. Like, that'll give them a lot more potential to burst this or break this high ground, and that'll also give them time to get their spells up.
That's true. But if you're leading by this much, and you really
Oh, arrow
want
goes out here
to,
onto the Storm Spirit. Gonna be any follow-up? Looks like that is a maybe. They're looking for the potential Echo Stomp play, but they did not get it in time.
in about 10 seconds, Storm should zip in and tell the Earthshaker to jump in right when he do it.
What did he steal here? That's going to be a tree grab steal, actually. Looks like ST, or Spicy Thieves, just going to stand up on the high ground and hit the barracks with a tree for the time being. Split pushing with the Jar on the other side. So they are only 4 here, and maybe Ember can make something happen out of that. Looks like Self-Stun coming out with the concoction from Alchemist there.
Yes.
There's going to be the global used. And there's a zip forward as well. Magi going for it. He is going to be able to get onto Rubik here. Zipping forward, killing him off with the tick on the soul burn. 3 deaths so far. But now there's going to be the arrow. And this is the point where Storm Spirit could potentially die if they have enough follow-up. Ult comes out from Zeus. Going to get the stomp as well as the Earth Splitter out onto 2. Magi able to dodge the unstable concoction with the long zip there. Blink and the Echo Slam in from Clammy. Mafia's going to go down as well. Tim Hortons, or Magi just kills everybody off in the back lines. That's going to be 1 lane of Rex in favor of Spicy Thieves for sure. Potentially 2 with Jasper pushing on this top lane. It does look like it is going to be 2 indeed.
Get me stand in. Let me stand in for these
GG is called. And, yeah, well played. Spicy Thieves just took control of that game early on. They won all 3 lanes, I would say. And, I mean, that's so go the lanes, so go the game in the meta as it is and has been for the last few months. So, well played to both teams. We're going to go ahead and get into the lobby for Game 2. I have a Knifefan joined by KL Dota, twitch.tv/Knifefan and twitch.tv/KL Dota. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you shortly.